Turn me up.
Yo, Nobodyz Opinion, Stalefaces. So we gonna jump straight into this jump and hold on to it for a minute, but it's worth the conversation. So the movie's F1, right? This jump is fire straight up. One of the best movies of 2025. If y'all ain't seen it, please. Even if y'all not into F1, it don't matter. Y'all gotta see it. So, jumping into it, I'm gonna start with the director. All right, Joseph Kosinski. This dude, when I first turned the movie on, immediately my first reaction was, it looks pristine. All right, the image that we're given, it looks good. So I was like, pause the movie immediately because I'm a director guy, and I'm like, look, I gotta see who this is. And Joseph Kosinski. This guy done movies, Top Gun Maverick, Oblivion, which was another one. When I saw this, that was a movie that when I saw, I was like, yo, this junk looks good. Like, it looks good. He also did Tron Legacy, Spiderhead. Tron Legacy, you already know that junk look crazy too. So he's directed some movies where he knows what look he's going for. And with the director, there's got to be a cinematographer. I'm like, all right, who is this? Dude's name is Claudio Miranda. I'm like, all right, what has he done? He did Oblivion. It all makes sense. He did Top Gun Maverick. It all makes sense. And he did Life of Pi, Curious Case of Benjamin Button. But most importantly, he did two other movies with Kosinski that are visually pleasing. So getting into F1, we know that, oh, another point. If you've seen Top Gun Maverick, you know that real planes, real dogfighting, real capturing of these multi-million-dollar machines doing their thing. So bring that into F1. If we're going to do a movie about F1, and it's not just any racing movie, like they have Ford vs. Ferrari and like other movies like that, racing movies, and little documentaries, Netflix stuff like Senna and things like that. But this, you can't just do F1 half-ass, all right? You got to do F1 like it is, like the sport is, which is high octane, in your face, authentic, real, dangerous, adrenaline rush, all that stuff. So he didn't cut no corners when it comes to F1. So the movie was a dude named Sonny Hayes, played by, oh my gosh.
A few moments later.
Brad Pitt. Sonny Hayes, played by Brad Pitt. He's a former F1 driver, raced many decades ago, but now he's in a time in his life where he still races, but he just does it haphazardly. Like, he's a nomad. He just wanders and travels. And the movie opens up with him doing Daytona 500. Quick little win, you know what I'm saying? Get the little money, get up out of there. He's not with the glitz and glam. He don't care about the fame. He just, when he got the itch, he drive. He gets coaxed out of his little hibernation by his old friend of his. He has a F1 team. It's called Apex. He comes, he finds him in the laundromat. Sonny's just chilling. He's like, yo, I need you. First half of the season,
2-pack of ass.
trash bags. Second half of the season, yo, you're the only person I can think of that's gonna bring us back. And you don't gotta audition. I got you a seat straight out the gate. And if you know anything about F1, it's tough to get a seat. There's what, I don't know, 10 teams, 2 seats per team, and that's it. Like, that's it. And them people be locked in them seats for a minute if you're nice. So Sonny with reservation was like, nah, I'm good. Then obviously he ends up coming around. The second seat is held by Joshua Pierce, named JP in a movie, and he's played by Damon Idris. He is the braggadocious, I'm the hot shit, you know, I'm new on the scene, I got the girls, the DMs is flooded, the likes, social media is booming. That's all he cares about. He thinks he knows everything. So now we get the clash. We get the experience versus the inexperience. We get the, you know, been around the block, know a few things versus the guy who don't know anything but thinks he knows everything. Immediately, Sonny, he's getting in there, ain't drove in 30 years. He's like, all right, let me just see what happens. He goes in there, tears shit up, you know, straight like that. He just starts tearing up stuff. He don't care. It ain't his money. You feel me? Eventually, he starts getting the hang of it because at the end of the day, he is a driver through and through. but they're not getting along. JP thinks that Sonny don't need to be there. We don't need no old head around. He don't know what he's doing. There's a reason why he don't, race anymore, and I got all the answers. So fast forward through the movie, they're starting to click a little bit. JP has this A, B, and C plan. A and B fail, C comes up, which is chaos. So he decides to just tear stuff up. He makes it difficult for the other drivers just so JP can get hopefully on the podium or just score points. And it's starting to work. So they get to a race where it's raining. Sonny was blocking, I think it was Max Verstappen, and it led JP an opportunity to actually get pole position. Well, not pole position, but first on the podium. But JP, thinking he know it all, took the turn too early and crashed. Boom, he out. Now JP got resentment, thinking that Sonny set him up. And then the next couple races, it was kind of tough. At some point, they came together, had to have a sit down. It was like, yo, y'all need to hash this out, figure things out. In the meantime, JP learned Sonny's background and realized where he's coming from and why he is the way he is and what he's doing. And then he finally owns up to it, was like, yo, that crash wasn't on me. I mean, it wasn't on you, it was on me. But I'm ready to go ahead and, turn this around and let's get going. So the movie ends with some good racing. It comes down to the last race of the season, and they got a chance to get first. JP has a chance to get first, but JP, with the new heart, is like, yo, Sonny, you go ahead and get this. You never gotta win when you race, so this is you. Sonny gets the win. He don't even stay for the glitz, all that stuff. He does what he does and he leaves. And that's that. That's the movie in a nutshell, but let me tell you about why this joint is so fire. So the authenticity, all right, dedication to getting this movie right. Netflix has a show, F1 Drive to Survive, and if you haven't seen it, please go check it out. I wasn't into F1 at all until I started watching that, right? It gives you behind the scenes, team principles, the engineers, this racing strategy, what it goes into each year with the cars, the training with the athletes, all that stuff. And then even in-race strategy and stuff like that. Like, it's so in-depth, and it gives you everything you need to know if you don't know anything about F1, right? This movie is basically that expanded and for the big screen. The movie was filmed at the actual Grand Prix tracks, authenticity, and Idris and Pitt, they also trained in F3, F2, and F1s. For the movie, they raced a modified F2. They just stretched it out, basically. So everything that you see in there, from the dash cam looking at the racers, the cams on the outside, seeing the car go around the track, they're racing, all right? That's not CGI, they're racing. All right, shout out to Kaczynski, because he's not with that CGI stuff. Even the crashes that happen in there are practical. Practical meaning they did it. They actually filmed the crash and then stitched it together, movie magic. That's what I like, yo. Like, CG is cool when it's needed, but when someone could have did this movie and had CG all over the place, kind of like Fast and the Furious, when the racing scenes are all that CG and they hit the knots and all that stuff. Like, that's cool, but I'm glad that Kaczynski's the one who did this show, because he could have really messed this whole movie up. But simple fact that he's dedicated to making it as real as possible, yo, the movie came out so crazy. I know I said that, John, so many times, but I'm hyped for it. Brad Pitt is really in his Keanu Reeves and his Tom Cruise bag. Like, he really is just now playing him. Change the name, but I'm gonna do me. You feel me? And I'm here for it, yo. Like, whatever he got going on. And shout out to Damon Idris for really stepping up and getting these dope roles, yo. So yeah, F1, if you haven't seen it, please go do it. If you have seen it, let me know in the comments. If you go see it, come back here. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Am I ODing? I don't think so. And if I am, if you think I am, I don't care, because this is Nobodyz Opinion.